Let's just get the boring stuff out of the way. The squad news, anything picked up from Tuesday night injury-wise?
No, I don't think so. Not anything that would be significant. There's always little knocks, and it's a long old trip up there and back. So you have to think about the little knocks and strains. But no, I think that injury-wise, we were clear from Tuesday.
And the frustration, having taken such a good step forward at the weekend, you didn't build on it in the way you would have wanted?
Yeah, of course it would have been nice. And although we was in the game for quite a lot of the time, without really playing our game, without really playing well, we certainly didn't play with any sort of potency, if you like. Every time we got the chance, it was sort of taken away from us. Our best chance probably came in the first 5 minutes when Hates blasted it over the bar from quite close range. And if you take your opening chances, then things are different. But it was a big old crowd, a very partisan crowd, and some of our lads didn't quite handle that on the day for one reason or another. And we've certainly got to do a little bit better when we go away to some of these big teams. A few days earlier we played very well, and you're right, so it was disappointing, but the lads are disappointed as well, and they're only human, and we just have to get into them and then get them going for it again. And Huish Park is a place where we've, the last good performance was here, the last two good performances were here, Peterborough and Swindon, so we've got to get that going again. We thank our supporters for travelling up to Sheffield in, as I said, in the eye of the Hurricane Gonzalez, whatever they called it, and we didn't really give them that much to sing about, or to warrant them making that long trip. So, but it's not for the want of our management team trying to pick the right team for the right occasion to do the job.
Yeah, and it must be quite a tricky balance at the moment between obviously telling the players what's not going right, but making sure the confidence is still high enough that they come out and play the kind of football you want to see them.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think a lot of teams are going to go to Sheffield and get beat 2-0, especially when it's Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, for the simple reason I think that they've got two first teams, and they can have first teamers on the bench that can sort of make a difference. At the moment, we haven't got enough people playing at the high point of the game to warrant big changes, if you like, to give people rest. So we try to do it, and then somebody else doesn't play particularly well. We got to get a consistency, and the thing that I know is that we always get it second half of the season, but we mustn't be too far behind when that does come, because we suss out players, footballers, and we move on the ones that are not up to it, and we keep trying to build with the ones that are up to it. So we know we'll get there in the end. As far as keeping in this division, at least that's the first thing we've got to think about. But it's in them. We just got to get it out of them more often.
And sometimes it's the right combinations, isn't it? Whether it's centre back or up front, two players that don't necessarily look like they're working. You put them together. It's finding that right alchemy, isn't it? And it's not an exact science.
No, it is. It's finding partnerships all over the pitch, but it's finding that the players that can play without any fear. We didn't show enough flair, enough passion to go and score a goal. That means driving at someone, whipping a cross in and a diving header from a centre forward, or centre forward not just getting in, but getting in and being one-on-one with a goalie like they were. That's what we need to create. We didn't really get that. We had a couple of chances from corners and a result of corners, but and a couple of shots, but nothing really that was a constant threat. And that's what we've got to get to. Sheffield United had a lot of the play. We mustn't let teams have that amount of play against us, especially at their home patch. We've got to get in their faces and make sure that they don't get more than 4 or 5 passes in any one combination.
So you're looking for them very much on the front foot in front of the home fans this weekend?
Yeah, we are. That's what we've got to do. That's when we're playing well, that's what we do well. But then when we do win it back, you know, it's going to be annoying if we have to keep winning it back because we've given it away. So we've got to spend a little bit more time on the ball once we've won it back. We work hard to win it back, and then when we do, we've got to keep it and have an end product.
We know you're trying to rejig the squad a little. Any joy with players moving out on loan or anything like that?
Well, no, it doesn't come within sort of days of you know, poor performances. You know, it comes over a period of time. You have to let the players know, let the agents know, talk to agents, see. You know, you got to make sure that what you've got coming in is better than what you may have going out, and then there's got to be availability. People are going to want your players. And the players that you want have got to be available. So, you know, it's not done in just 1 or 2 weeks. It's done over a period of time. But as I said to people on Tuesday night, we're looking all the time to try and improve our lot, try and improve our squad, and that's the nature of the game.
On to Rochdale, and I think they were surprised a few people who didn't see them last year. They're a very good team, and they're having a pretty decent season.
Yeah, they're having a decent season. They've you know, they've had some good results of late, and you know, they've got a shape and a pattern again that can be a problem to opposition if we all have, you know. But you've got to make sure that you don't you don't see their strengths, but you make them bring out their weaknesses, and that's what you have to do as a team, and that's Rochdale are no different to anyone else. If we've got our strengths going, then you'll see their weaknesses, and vice versa.
And there have been a couple of players, notably over the last couple of weeks, who've been putting in consistent performances, been leading for you. It'd be nice to see, not talking about a couple, you're talking about 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, no, we've got to get, yeah, you're right, 8, 9. It'd be lovely to get all 11 people putting in the game, which is their best game. That's what we've got to try and achieve. And then you've got to make sure that you don't make the key mistakes that cost you. And you know, we made certainly one. The first goal came from a key mistake. There's no glossing over that. You know, that was a mistake, and we found ourselves 1-0 down, and then you're chasing, and they then get on the ball because you've got to score 2 to win it. You know, all that sort of thing. They're in credit, and they can play the ball around a little bit. So unfortunately, we didn't get the first goal, and it'd be nice if we do. When we did against sort of Swindon, we got the first goal and we played decent, although they got the goal at the end, but the opposition have then got to score 2 to beat, and that's how it is. So, you know, the boys are decent lads. Nobody's not trying or not playing well for any other reason other than that it's just the nature of the game and the nature of the personalities, that some of them have got to be a little bit stronger for longer over a period of time.